Welcome to Your AI Reality Check, a podcast dedicated to helping businesses get smart about using AI and start getting real results. No more fluff, no more confusion, no random tool suggestions. It's time to dish up some real AI strategies. Let's dive in. How was that for an intro? Okay, well then let's just dive into it. So a little bit about myself. My name is Dani and I am here in Australia as an AI consultant. I've been helping a lot of B2B businesses and of course some enterprise. And Nan here, who is my partner in crime, she is situated all the way in London. And tell us a little bit about what you do, Nan.
Well, I'm an AI automation specialist. I work with small and medium businesses, helping them figure out which parts of their businesses can be automated. And yeah, I try and use AI wherever I think is necessary and needed.
That's so good. So a little bit about us. I've met Nan on an online community that had a range of very talented people in the space of AI and automation, and they're doing some incredible stuff, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And you have people who are like complete newbies to those who have probably been doing automation for a very long time. And also technical people and completely non-technical people who have background in coding and who, like me, cannot really code at all. We realize very quickly in the community that it's a level playing field in a lot of respects. You could really build some very powerful systems, even if you can't write a single line of code. So yeah, that's where we met. And I know both of us have a background in marketing.
So Nan and I both have been providing solutions for businesses across the globe. We've seen just an increasing demand for the use of AI. But along the way, especially in Australia, I don't know about you, Nan, but in Australia, businesses are starting to use AI. But when I actually start engaging with them, what they actually mean when they say they're using AI in the business is that they're just using ChatGPT and they're using it in a very surface level way, right?
Yeah, I know, absolutely.
I was quite shocked to see that they were just using ChatGPT. But at a very basic level, I've met enterprise who are still on the free account and they have a annual revenue of over $74 million. They're using the free account and it just blows my mind for a lot of reasons. We'll jump into why this is a bad thing a little bit later in this podcast, and I think it's really important. But when businesses are using AI and when a consultant like ourselves hear that, we think of it a little bit different.
I think for a lot of people, when they say AI, they are still thinking in terms of prompt engineering. That's the extent to which they think AI can be used. They think about jumping into ChatGPT, just saying things like, hey, write me a social media post. This is my company. This is what I do. And then ChatGPT will just spit out some social media post. And literally there is copy paste happening. So somebody in their team is just copying and pasting that output and that's what they mean. Most businesses right now that I speak to, that's what they mean when they say they're using AI. They go to ChatGPT, type in some prompt that they have copy pasted from somewhere, get the output, and then copy paste that output literally the way it is. First of all, just with respect to your output, if you were to give it more context, more examples, more background, your output itself is going to be so much different. And I show them some of those examples. And secondly, I show them some workflows and systems that you can build that makes your entire workflow so much more powerful. It's not just a copy paste scenario. They don't really know how to create a system that can make your team 10 times more productive than what it is doing right now. The companies right now are literally just copy pasting output from ChatGPT in their social media posts, or they're literally creating blog posts based on a certain prompt, and it never works. It literally never works. That's not the way you're supposed to use AI. So it blows their mind. First of all, it blows their mind. The minute they see what you can do with AI, first of all, it blows their mind. And then they want to start talking about, right, how can we now use this in our business?
Did you know there's actually a way using AI that can achieve incredible results, but it's a very underutilized thing. There's ways to actually use ChatGPT and customize it to help generate results, especially in terms of sales acquisitions and creating personalization. Let's say, you meet a business and they are using AI and they prefer ChatGPT for various reasons. For data protection reasons, I've, been with enterprise level who they don't want any data taken out of their system and they definitely don't want any data put back in, even though it's non-proprietary data. And without the right data protections put in place across all of the AIs that they're using, then that compromises not only their customer data, but also their business and their environment. So think of businesses who are pulling in, 93 billion through their platform, how intense the data protection would be for them. They've got some compliance, with their local government that they have to meet. So some builds are like for an SMB who's pulling in, 30K per month US dollars. Like a system like taking data out of their system and putting it back, that's okay. It can work for them easily. They don't have any issues with that. In fact, that's the best way to scale. And these are the types of customers that, you and I both work with. But like if you were to provide a solution for a company who's very strict on their security, there's ways to actually use ChatGPT and customize it to help generate results, especially in terms of like sales acquisitions and creating personalization. But I guess there are some limitations because automation systems and agents work best when it's got access to data and then it can process that data and then put it back in so that you can make decisions faster as a business, or you can actually create personalized outreach. So I think this is something that no one talks about. Like no one's talking about data protection and what that means for their business. And this is why people use free accounts really annoy me. And there's actually some settings on ChatGPT. Like if you don't switch this off, then it's going to use it to train their models. And if you've put data about your client, like their email, then, it's going to be pulled into a platform like Exa. And then they're going to grab all of your details and share it with people who are doing, cold outreach and looking for email addresses. It's quite scary stuff.
No, I agree. I totally agree. A lot of people aren't really talking about it. And this is why a lot of enterprise clients are taking this, treading this very carefully. So I know a lot of your clients have enterprise clients. So what has your experience been like? How do you navigate this whole security debate?
That's a very interesting question. Their biggest concerns are how do we improve our relationship to our clients? How do we do these things securely? Protect our database, protect our IP, protect our client data. I'm still working with enterprise and they haven't even got a security first approach. They are still using the free account, like I mentioned, and they're putting proprietary data in to help mock up or to structure proposals, to help get an analysis on creating personas around their clients so that they can create custom comms in ChatGPT, which can be done, but, I think for a less case-sensitive scenario, then I would definitely promote using automation tools. But with enterprise level, their concerns are much different to an SMB who's like, how do I get money? How do I scale? How do I get first ranking on Google?
No, absolutely. Yeah. So I speak to SMBs all the time, and for them, it's all about demand generation. How do I make more money? How do I get in front of my customers? So you're you're dealing with very different problems.
We hope you like this podcast. Join us in the next episode where we dive into some solid AI solutions for small to medium-sized businesses. Don't forget to like and follow. If you want to know how AI can help your business specifically, come and find us on LinkedIn.